Hey, Dr. Zach here. Probably know you by now. And if I don't, that means you're my chiropractor's patient, Dr. Matt. And I have you captive for the next 8 minutes. Well, therefore, I want to talk to you about what we're doing. You might be wondering right now, what did I get myself into? And that's a legitimate question. I mean, you've got a weighted headband on, probably a hip belt with some weights as well, and you're standing on a vibrating platform for the next 7.5 minutes. So let's talk about this strength test, what we're doing here, why we're doing it, and how it fits into the program of you improving your posture, recovering your curves, feeling and functioning better. Let's get right into that. And before we do that, I'm going to take this headband off because unlike you, I'm not actually doing a stress test today. I'm just talking to you through this screen. So let me share my screen and let's go to work here. All right, you're just over a minute in. You're doing a great job, I'm sure. You might be feeling some fatigue in your muscles by now. That wouldn't be surprising because, quite frankly, that's the goal. You're on that vibration plate to induce accelerated muscle fatigue. And that's because the weights on your body are in a place that is going to induce fatigue in your neck and your lower back. And what we want to do is we want to see what happens with the stability and the strength of your spine. We want to know if your spine is strong enough and stable enough to enter into this program at full speed, or if we need to slow down with you and identify weaknesses and get your body stronger before we start making changes to your curve and your posture. So that's our goal. It gives us an opportunity to create a custom built plan for you, helps us target the areas that need the most work, and it's going to give us valuable information moving forward to see before and after results with your progress. So that's our goal today. In a few minutes, we're going to walk back to the x-ray room. You're going to take an x-ray just like you did earlier this week or last week, except you're going to do it today with those weights on your head. And that's going to tell us how your spinal muscles, your ligaments and your tendons respond when stress is added to the system. That's the goal today. We'll get an x-ray of your neck from the side, your lower back from the side, and then we're going to compare them to previous x-rays. So let's use an example right here. This person, a recent patient who started in our office, they qualified for the program just like you because, as you see on the image on your left, they had a forward head carriage. Their head is too far forward by somewhere in the range of 17.4 degrees to 23.9 degrees, depending on which measurement we use. If you look at that vertical yellow line, that shows us that the center of gravity of the head is in front of the shoulders. That's going to stress the muscles of the neck, the ligaments and soft tissues. And you can see based upon the red dotted line, the back of their neck compared to the yellow curved line where their neck should be, that there's a significant difference in there. In fact, over time, if you look at the bottom of this person's neck, arthritis has started in their neck because of this negative load or weight bearing. So we want to change that. We want to change that so that doesn't get worse. For some of you, we're going to change that to prevent this from happening. But notice this. Now, you look at the image on the right. If you look in the upper right-hand corner of that picture, you can see that white square. That's the weight that just like you have on your forehead right now. And when we took an x-ray with this person weighted, notice that their neck and their head came back over their shoulders. That vertical gravity line is over the shoulders now. The center of the head is over the shoulders. The curve has increased by 10 degrees now within normal limits, 25 to 35 degrees. We just have a slight forward position of the very top of the neck. That is some great results. I hope we see that with you. I don't know if we will or not. And your doctor, me or Dr. Matt, will explain your results in just a sec. Now, for some of you, what we're going to see is very little change, and that's okay too. This test is designed to show us how much change happens when we stress the system. If little to no change happens, that's okay. That Again, this test tells us how to enter into the program. It doesn't tell us whether you qualify for the program or not. We've already decided that based on your initial x-ray. And this test is going to tell us what exercises we want you doing. It's going to tell us when we should start weighting your body like we are right now, what part of the program we add these weights to the system. And it's going to give us, again, a good before and after image later on when we do these x-rays without the weights entirely. And ultimately, what we want to see is after you've done the work, after your spine has gotten stronger, we want to see that the x-ray, for example, here on the right, looks like that without the weight. It tells us that's what your body now can do all the time. So what's the next steps? We're going to do these x-rays today. It's going to help us prepare a plan for you. The next step for you is to be active in your plan, to take ownership, to be a participant in your care, to do your work at home. Homework is going to be a huge part of this. I cannot emphasize that enough. If you want success, and I know you do, then doing the work at home is a big part of this. In fact, there are 3 keys to success in our opinion. The first key is improving the mobility of your spine. That's through chiropractic adjustments and the exercises you learned today, the mobility exercises. The second key is stability in your spine. We're going to use these foam fulcrums. You haven't been introduced to them yet, but you will. These foam fulcrums are going to stabilize your spine in the right position through exercises and what we call molding. And then finally, we're going to retrain your brain, neuroplasticity, to improve your posture. And with that, we expect success. Your time is up. We look forward to seeing what happens next. Enjoy the ride.